Another one of these snake handling pastors has died. This is a Kentucky preacher famous for handling snakes during religious services. He died after being bitten by a poisonous snake at his church. This is Jamie Coots. He was bitten at his church in Middlesboro, Kentucky, and died after refusing to go to the hospital for further treatment. These guys often will refuse treatment if they are bitten by the snakes they handle because they say, God wants me to handle the snakes, and God will handle whether I live or die after being bitten by a snake. The Middlesboro police think he was 42 years old. This is a guy who was also the star of National Geographic's Snake Salvation reality series. I've seen about 5 minutes of it. It's a reality series that follows these snake handling pastors, including Jamie Coots, as he apparently is trying to preserve his religious way of life by handling dangerous snakes. He told ABC News during an earlier interview that he and his followers believe that God has called upon them to handle venomous serpents and also to drink other poisons. What a sad life that God has planned for you if what he intends is for you to handle snakes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's some confusion here. Someone thinks they're good at something, realizes they're good at something, avoids any injury, and all of a sudden they think that this is God's plan for them. Doesn't make much sense to me. But if he died because of a snake bite, I guess we can say, was that God's plan? I don't know.
He would argue it is. That's why they refused the medical treatment. They say, "Hey, I don't need medical treatment." He in fact refused it in this case when police showed up because he says it's all God's plan. The interesting thing is that even if we are to put aside disbelief for a second and say, "Okay, let's analyze this," even using the internal logic within the Gospel of Mark, the passage about snake handling doesn't exist in earlier versions of the Gospels. It appears to have been added later. And it really seems like the entire snake handling thing may be even more of a scam than so much of the other stuff that's done in the name of religion.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. I hope that the people who follow this guy will at least start thinking about things a little more critically here.